For Vietnam veteran Leroy Blackwell, this honor flight is a thank you, nearly 50 years in the making.
It's nice. Limelight is kind of a nice thing. I'm kind of enjoying it.
Get ready, because once we get to the airport, it's going to be nonstop.
Mr. Blackwell is one of 74 veterans heading to our nation's capital for one patriotic day.
We've got a choir at the airport welcoming us in, flags flying everywhere. It's just been an absolutely unbelievable morning so far.
We're proud to fly you to our nation's capital. Welcome aboard.
On arrival, we're welcomed by men and women in uniform.
An orchestra and a band and singers and dancing girls.
For the record, there were no dancing girls. But there was a very grateful public.
Think of these people as total strangers are coming out, and with such sincerity too. They it wasn't a fake deal. They were really glad to see us and thanked us for our service and shook hands with us, and you could tell that they were emotionally engaged also.
Watching an outpouring of support and feeling appreciated for his service. This was not the case when he first returned home from Vietnam.
Our officers, when they put us on the planes to come back, said, you'd be better off, we're not telling you to do this for sure, but you'd be better off to not wear your uniforms in public, in the airports.
The night before we left, Mr. Blackwell shared his memories of Vietnam. His family said it's a rare occasion.
No one can really understand the deprivation and the risks associated with combat daily, every day, every day, every day. We were in combat probably 25 days out of every 30.
Leroy was injured in battle and later got cancer caused by Agent Orange. But what still pains him today is when he finally got to come home from Vietnam, he wasn't welcomed because of the war's controversy.
It was like I was bringing my gift, my sacrifice back to my homeland, and it was rejected.
He buried his feelings of loss and resentment decades ago, and he's avoided anything that might bring them back to the surface.
I just haven't found the nerve to go back to that depth and relive that.
Until this very moment.
I can see it in the distance, and I'm tempted to turn around.
We're walking to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. The wall, the emotions he's kept buried for almost 50 years, are now staring right at him through the names of those killed.
Even now, the atmosphere has sort of changed, and I glance sideways out of my periphery and to a lot of people, it's just scratchings on a wall, but my God, there's a story behind each one of these men.
More than 58,000 Americans died in Vietnam.
I feel like I almost need to apologize. Just for a whim, just for a circumstance that might have changed. They would have been here. I would have been there.
He only stayed at the wall a few minutes, and that was enough.
Leroy Blackwell.
After that plane ride home, reading letters from children thanking him for his service. And after that surprise welcome home reception, filled with the gratitude he and his fellow Vietnam veterans didn't get to experience until now. Today, Leroy describes the honor flight
as a life-changing experience. That may sound a little dramatic for a one-day trip, but still the baggage that I carried around that was so deep-seated, I had failed to even recognize it.
The honor flight gave him closure. He said he's finally at peace.
I am very, very blessed. I would encourage any veteran that's eligible to go to make sure they get invited on an honor flight to go. It will change their lives also, I think.